I see what old chaps and chappets game, chap and Bertie here. Yes, fellows, and I dare say we have here quite a serious piece of news for you concerning a critical security issue which has sprung up in the last 24 hours.
We most certainly do, old chap, yes indeed. You see, a very, very serious bug! Oh yes, a bug has been found in OpenSSL. Now this is the encryption standard used by over 2/3 of the internet for secure browsing, etc.
That's right, it's a bug in OpenSSL, fellows.
It most certainly is. Now, the bug has been nicknamed Heartbleed, and apparently it affects all secure websites, such as your bank, your PayPal account, yes, Minecraft, your credit card website, your secure email, etc. and so forth.
That's right, so this bug specifically applies when you see a website that says https:// your URL. For example, your bank site, as Bertie says, or many other secure websites are affected by this because, as said, over 2/3 of the internet use this standard. And of course, what did the bug do? Well, very simply, it allowed hackers and attackers to retrieve information from a fully secured connection, see exactly what was going on and who was saying what, and worst of all, it was completely undetectable. The hackers didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed, apparently the bug is found in the OpenSSL implementation of something called DTLS, which is Transport Layer Security Protocols. When exploited, however, it means that memory contents can be leaked from server to client and client to server untraceably. Apparently there's no way at all that any logs can be kept which can show the compromise or say, hey, this has happened, etc. Security firms have even verified this in testing.
That's right, old chap. So this, of course, is a bug that up until very recently was indeed fully live, and what's more, people are in the process of patching it and, making updates to allow for it, but there's no guarantee that's yet been done across the internet. Now let's have a quote here from a security firm who conducted a test run against their own systems. They said, "We have tested some of our own services from an attacker's perspective.
Yes.
We attacked ourselves from the outside without leaving a trace, without using any privileged information or credentials. We were able to steal from ourselves the secret keys used for our X509 certificates, usernames and passwords, instant messages, emails, and business-critical documents and communication."
Now, even though there's a patch for this, it has been said that there could still be a problem because hackers or whoever may already have information such as passwords, keys, etc.
That's right, old boy. They may have got in using this exploit, stolen personal or corporate information, kept it on file, and then, of course, pulled out of the system without leaving any traces or records behind. So what you've got is a situation where the stable door has been locked and shut firmly, but the horse has already gone, you know.
Most certainly. Now, one interesting thing to think about is it's not as though this has just suddenly popped up overnight. It has in a way, but the problem has been there, apparently, for 2 years.
My goodness, old chap, this really is a very serious bug. Of course, fellows, Bertie's quite right. With a potential 2 years of prior history behind this bug, there's no telling what sort of information could have been stolen.
Yes, most certainly. And isn't it very interesting that such a huge compromise could be existent, undetected, for 2 years until now?
Very strange, old boy. And indeed, of course, it carries with it that innate thing, because the information gathering process used by the exploit itself is, of course, untraceable by nature. So it's one of those very nasty, crafty bugs, I say.
Yes.
Of course, this, fellows, is quite an unprecedented and serious exploit, which has no doubt caused the leaking of vast amounts of personal data without the knowledge or consent of people. What exactly could have been leaked is only left to the imagination, you know.
So we've had a no rule of law, or free-for-all if you like, in a very sensitive area of the internet where people's information can actually be taken that has been left unpatched for 2 years. I wonder where that information has gone and who's been compromising it. Food for thought for the deeper thinkers out there.
Well, indeed, all of a sudden those tinfoil hats aren't looking quite so shiny anymore, old boy, but there we are indeed, fellows. We have had a very serious internet breach of sorts here, which for once is actually a serious issue that could even affect you.
Most certainly. Wait a minute!
What is it, Bertie?
The online gerbils in Minecraft Supporters Club! It could have been compromised!
I don't think it's been compromised. Does it have one member, old chap, or something?
No, I think it's huge following, sure.
Yes.
Yes, good
Right then, Fadils, but on a more serious note, I dare say, this bug, of course, has also had a major effect on Minecraft itself, to do with their authentication servers at login, you say.
Most certainly, because you might say, well, what has it got to do with Minecraft? Well, it's got a lot to do with it, because Mr. Notch himself said earlier that they temporarily took down all of their servers due to this problem.
That's right. Of course, he said a lot of websites and services are affected by Heartbleed, and he's quite right indeed. Now, of course, the Mojang Chaps themselves weren't affected. As I say, it was the Amazon authentication servers that had the problem, but thankfully it seems the good Mojang Chaps worked quickly with them to bring the systems back online rapidly.
Yes, they were down for a few hours apparently, but even after them being put back up, one of the Mojang staff has actually advised that if you've logged into any of their Mojang games or websites in the last 24 hours using your username password, that they recommend you to change that password.
That's right. So in other words, if you've signed in, typing in that email address or username and password of yours into Minecraft or another Mojang game, or indeed, I dare say, any secure website across the internet, it would be prudent for you to change your username and password on Minecraft and indeed any other sites. Now, of course, this particularly applies if you are a chap or chapette that uses the same password for all websites.
My word, I shall change daisies to daffodils straight away.
That's a good idea,
Quick, cut that bit, don't put that out.
Right then, fellows. Yes, indeed, there we are. I dare say a most serious issue, which indeed we have not seen the likes of before in Minecraft, but thankfully quite a professional response from Mojang and the Amazon Chaps seems to have brought things online. But nonetheless, you should be vigilant, I say, in case some bally chap gets in and steals some data, you know.
Most certainly, and what's more, guess what?
What is it, Bertie?
You know the old legacy Minecraft launcher, the one that you really like?
I know the one, yes, of course.
You know this issue?
Yes?
Well, it's gone because of it.
No!
No.
Not the legacy launcher!
It looks so nice, didn't it? And then some bad person had to come and put a bug in it, and now it's gone. Let's use it to take it out.
How am I going to survive without my legacy launcher?
I don't know. Don't use all those tissues. I need some.
Thank you for joining us, fellows, I say. I'm looking forward to seeing you once more in the next exciting good as well. Until then.
Oh no, the bug's hit the